Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my Red Dead Online live stream for Monday, July 5th, 2021. It is Moonshiner Monday. And today I thought we'd do something a little different. You know, a lot of my time on this channel is spent devoted to daily challenges, either role or general. But recently I've got some questions about, you know, for someone who's just starting out, beginners. So I'm happy to share that knowledge whenever questions come up in the chat. But I also thought maybe we'd take a look at maybe honing in a little more on specifying, you know, the role, right? So Mondays I dedicate to being a moonshiner in terms of my outfit and my horse and my weapons. Same thing with Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday. Every day always has kind of a different theme to it, but I don't just focus on the role for that theme. So I thought maybe what we'd do, maybe just for this week, and we can see how it goes today, and then also with possibly the update looming tomorrow. If we do get the update, I may shift gears on this, but I was thinking all week I might just take a look at each one of these roles from the perspective of a beginner. So for me, you know, I talk a lot about how I've got $160,000 specific to the moonshine role. Whenever I'm doing moonshine runs, I always just do it at, you know, I buy the mash ingredients at $50, and I just kind of go and do the moonshine run. I don't really break it down as someone who is new to the role. So I think what we're going to do today is I'll go through that. Spend an hour or two maybe just going through the moonshiner role as a whole to kind of get some of the beginners out there maybe a better footing. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So just, you know, starting out as a beginner, you're probably not going to have access to this area, but definitely something for you to work towards. This is the bar area of the moonshine. You're not going to have a band like I do. So
I see we have some fresh customers.
A lot of what you're going to do is going to be focused around this particular area of the business. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the menu, right? So when we do that, little menu drops down. You got your mash, you got your flavoring, and then once it's ready, you'll have your 20 of 20 bottles ready for delivery. So everything starts with the mash, and then it'll start with weak, average, and strong. Now, it's been a while since I've done this from a beginner's perspective, so I think when you first start out, you might only have access to weak moonshine. That's fine. As you can see, the price is $50, regardless of what you choose, whether it's weak, average, or strong. But before you even do any of this, that price, that mash price in the bottom left-hand corner of $50, that's what we're going to focus on right now. We're going to focus on bringing that price down because, again, when you're first starting out, you don't have $161,000. You might not have a ton of money to spare. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to take advantage of lowering that price. In order to do that, we have to back out. And we've got to go upstairs and talk to Maggie. So we'll go up here. And through this door. Hit L2. Through Maggie, you can either take a look at your Moonshiner store. You can, in my case, replay a story mission. In the case of someone just starting out, that would just, I think, say story missions. So you would have access to the story missions. I guess that would be my first thing. So if you're someone who's brand new to Moonshiner role, I say go ahead, play through those story missions. Take them as far as you can take them. I can't remember if it like makes you do some moonshine deliveries or if I just did those moonshine deliveries while I was waiting for new moonshine storylines to be available. But ultimately, if you're just starting out, do those story missions first. We'll take a look at the store here so I can show you some of the stuff that's going on in here.
Let's get to business.
So here's where you buy flammable moonshine, toxic moonshine, and toxic moonshine pamphlet. You know, we can cover some of this stuff maybe on a later date, but for now, just know that they exist. You can expand your bar, which is what I was talking about before. So I have the bar, and I expanded it with the band area. Maybe some point down the line, they'll expand this role. There'll be other things you can do in the moonshine bar, but for now, that's it. Just those two things. You can change your bar decor. Of course, that will cost you gold, so I don't recommend doing that. I think I got this refined one as part of maybe I did buy it with gold. Either way, I either bought it with gold or it came as part of an outlaw pass. But if you have, I recommend as soon as you can having 2, because it's just switching between them sometimes is a daily challenge. So you might get a daily challenge that says change bar decor. You just come down here, click on this, and that's it. You get gold. She's impatient with me here. You get some upgrades as well. So you can do some of that stuff. I think that's actually what makes the moonshine. Yeah, see, that's average strength and strong moonshine. So your goal when you first start out is to get these 2 items and get them added, which will allow you to make your moonshine even stronger. And then there's some photos. This is all just decor stuff that goes around the moonshine bar down below where I first started this live stream. So let's go ahead and back out of this. What I wanted to show you was the way to lower your moonshine mash ingredient price. It's actually the square button, except Bootlegger Mission. Each one of these Bootlegger missions that you do successfully will lower the price by $10. So let's go ahead and start one. I'll show you what that looks like.
So, we got revenue agents in the area again. Apparently, they're barricading the roads, stopping and searching wagons. It's got buyers very jumpy. I ain't gonna live in fear of those sons of bitches. You go and let them know they ain't welcome around here. Teach them the hard way.
Alright, so we're doing some revenue agent stuff. I think if you were just starting out, you'd only have one of these locations to fight your way through. I think as you get more advanced, they become a little more difficult, and there's actually 2 locations. One thing I know just from doing this, there's no timer on screen, but there's like a hidden timer. So if you take too long getting to these locations, it'll make it a little more difficult for you to complete the mission. But so this is just one example of Bootlegger Mission. Something else you might have to do, there's one where you have to go start a brawl at one of the bars. There may be one where you have to escort a drunk patron from one area to another. Sometimes he has to get on your horse and you have to bring him back to his house or shack. So just stuff like that. Basically anything that you do from that bootlegger menu is going to lower the price of the mash by $10. And you can do, I think you can get it as low as $10 total. So you can do like 3 or 4 of these, whatever you want to do, and get that price lowered as much as possible. And they will tell you, if you go to Maggie and you've already got the lowest price possible, there'll be a menu that pops up on screen that says the price of the ingredients is already as low as it possibly can be. And then you know, okay, no sense in really doing any more of these. Go down to Marcel and start that mash. The other thing is sometimes you go to Maggie and you're looking to accept the bootlegger mission and it's grayed out because you've done one too recently. That's fine. What I recommend there then is just checking a few hotspots around the map, and I can show that a little later in the live stream here. But just, you know, right around the map, look for that moonshine icon, and if you see it, if it pops up, then go ahead and do whatever it wants you to do. And again, you're lowering that price for the mash. So it should be right up here, not too much further. I'm gonna go ahead and use a tonic and kind of back off a little bit too. Looks like maybe there's a cougar. Try and get the cougar to chase me. So yeah, you can handle this a couple ways. You get infinite number of lives. So if you want to... Yeah, see, the timer already started. So if you wanted to, you could just charge right in. If you die, you die. Or start doing this. Keep your distance. Keep them pinned down. Pick out a few of them from a distance. Probably increases your chances of survival. I think. This guy's up on the box. Wow. Uh-oh. Speaking of survival, I need to take another one. Woo, just in time. So that's kind of the trade-off too. Like, each one of those potent miracle tonics, I think, is like $7. So what you really gotta wonder is, you know, are you really saving any money by doing it this way? It's another reason why, as I've gone on, I've stopped even bothering with these ahead of time. I'll do them if they pop up on the map, or if it's a daily challenge. But typically, I found that you're losing money doing it this way in the end. Again, you don't have to use Tonics. If you want to just charge in there and die and respawn a bunch of times, you can do that too. I have an ability card that makes me take less damage when I'm on my horse, so I don't leave my horse unless something happens to the horse. So that's something else you might want to look into as well. Ability cards can get into, yeah, you can do a whole, I could do a whole 10-20 minute video just on ability cards, but I noticed a couple players don't even have ability cards. I definitely recommend, if you've got the open slot, go ahead and get those ability cards as soon as you can. Let's see what happens here. Keep my distance again to start it out. I got 7 minutes. Plenty of time at this point. This is the last location I need to do. Oh, there it goes. I think that's enough. There you go. Alright, so the roadblock is cleared. Mash ingredients cost reduced. See at the top middle there. And I didn't see it pop, but usually that gives you like 300 XP just for doing that too. So you'll get some roll XP, you'll get some general XP, and the overall cost of the mash ingredients is reduced. Pretty sure it's by $10, but we can go check that. It also gives you the opportunity to do some looting here. Occasionally these guys will have antique alcohol bottles on them, so I definitely recommend taking the time to loot. There's also a award under one of the tabs for if you get like 25, 50, 100, 500, then 1,000. If you loot 1,000 enemies, you get XP for it, and you can actually turn it into gold. So definitely recommend doing that if you're in a situation where, you know, other enemies around you. Obviously don't stop to loot. I probably had enough time at that first location to do some looting as well, but I was just focused on trying to get the mission done. So that's one thing. Definitely loot. Keep an eye out for your XP. And then we'll go back. I'm actually going to go back to the Moonshine Shack right now. And we'll check out what that did for us. Once you have the Moonshine Shack, you can access it from any of the fast travel posts, including the one that you have at camp if you have a fast travel post at camp. Alright, so we're back at the Moonshine Shack. I'm gonna check on a couple things right now. I'm gonna check in with Marcel, just to kind of see how much the cost of the mash was reduced. And then also, I know it's probably going to be like $40, so it's only $10 off at this point, but you can keep going. Like I said, I don't know for sure if Maggie's going to let you do another bootleg mission right away. If there's like a cooldown timer, I don't know how long it is. So let's see. If I go Moonshiner business.
So, what shall we create?
Moonshine still. Oh, it's 30. Okay, so that little exercise there saved us $20, right? So again, not a big deal for somebody like me. 161,000. Like the difference of $20 is not that great. And in fact, like I said, I probably spent that just taking the tonic. But it's a huge difference. If you're just starting out and all you have is $100, that's a great way to save $20 right there. So let's go upstairs. Let's check with Maggie. I feel like she's not going to give me another one. There's probably like a bit of a cooldown. But we'll take some time and look at some other stuff. Let's see. Yeah, see, grayed out. So she's not going to let me do any more bootlegger missions. And that's fine. You know, it'd be nice if you could just keep doing those, but then again, that also gets a little repetitive if you keep doing them over and over again. So what I want to do now is I'll show you guys a couple different spots, at least in this area, where you can find some Moonshine bootleg missions, just kind of out in free roam. Go ahead and feed my horse. So yeah, it's all about Moonshiners today. Just taking a look at the role and different things. You know, there's different outfits we can look at. But if you're interested in the Moonshiner role and you're just starting out, I think hopefully this will be helpful to you. So one of the spots is down here. That's just down the tracks. And on the other side of Heartland Overflow here, there's this little rise. Right here, this rocky ledge. There's even a pathway up it. Oh, real quick, hold on, before I do that. So there's nothing going on up there right now anyway. I'll show you. Here, let's go do that. Your first indicator would be there'd be like a campfire that you'd probably see from like way over there, back by where the tracks first started. There would be some smoke coming with a campfire. There might be some barrels and such to destroy here. That would be another bootlegger mission. So if you see something, you know, red barrel icon on the map, that's your indicator that something's going on over here that you can do in terms of Moonshine bootleg missions. Another thing is too, I didn't start it yet, but I was going to. The best, I think, the best type of moonshine to make, the flavor, is either berry cobbler or berry mint. And the reason why I say that is you can get those ingredients pretty much anywhere. I usually do berry cobbler, and the reason for that is you can purchase peaches and canned peaches right from the catalog. You know, you go right in here, catalog, under provisions, and then canned food. You've got your canned peaches for $1, and you've got your fresh peaches for 50 cents. And then the third ingredient, which is free, is raspberries. You can see I've actually got too many of them right now. I've been doing a little farming of raspberries, but there are raspberry bushes all over this area. You see there's 2 right here. There's usually either 1 or 2 closer to Emerald Station. I mean, just right around this area, if you see a green, light green bush, there's another one. That's raspberry, see? They're everywhere. So there's no excuse for you not to have 30 raspberry in like 5 minutes time. And then that's the third ingredient for the berry cobbler. So if you get those 3 things, raspberry, peaches, and canned peaches, you can make berry cobbler till you're blue in the face. It's one of the easiest. It's also one of 2, I think, that the buyers are available all the time. So you can make a very specific type of moonshine, tropical island, Agarita Sunrise. There's all kinds of different flavors you can use, but they don't always have a buyer available, and then you're either selling it for less than it's worth, or you're waiting and wasting time for the buyer to be available. So Berry Cobbler, in my opinion, is just a way to go. It's a medium, middle of the road, average strong moonshine, but average flavor that allows you to get like 220 bucks every 48 minutes, assuming the moonshine is strong. So that's another tip as far as the moonshine goes. You know, you don't have to always make Berry Cobbler, but I strongly recommend that that's what you do. The other location where there might be some bootlegger stuff, and you've probably seen me do this one a bunch of times, is this area right here. There's a rival moonshine group that always has their still right here, and you know, it's close to Emerald Ranch. It's close to my location for my moonshine shack. So, and then there's one other one not too far from here that we'll take a look at and see if we can find. And if not, then I'll just go back to the moonshine shack. But like I said, guys, just ride around. If you see a red icon on the map with a barrel with 3 X's in it, a bottle, a moonshine jug, I guess, with 3 X's on it, that's your clue that there's something moonshiny going on over in that area, and you're going to want to take advantage of it before you start your mash. I think we're over here. Let's go over here. I'm a big fan of the Gene Rupke map. I'm sure you've heard me mention that before in previous live streams, or maybe you've heard of that before. If you haven't heard of that before, it's an interactive map you can find just by typing it into search engine. Yeah, see, sometimes there's guys over here. But if you type Red Dead Online into a search engine, the Gene Rupke map will pop up as a result. If you don't want to do that, if you think that's cheating, just ride around, that's fine too. But if you can actually tag the map, set the map up in a way that it only shows you where some of these moonshine opportunities are. It'll tell you, time of day that they're available within Red Dead world. Maybe there are certain conditions that need to be met. But, if you're looking to hone in on some of the other locations, that's probably the best way to do it. But those are 3 locations I just showed you right there that you might find something moonshine related. And if you can get that moonshine price down, that mash price down to like 10 bucks, it's a great opportunity. The other thing that happens from time to time is Rockstar will offer free mash. I think the most recent, I don't know if it was an Outlaw Pass or what it was, but something it had 5 free mash refills. It might have been like a weekly bonus. So keep an eye out for those. Do whatever it says to do, and then you'll get those rewards sent directly to your benefits. And you can take advantage of that. Even folks like me. Again, I have $160,000. I'm probably not gonna ever spend it on anything, but I still take advantage of those free mash as much as I can. So anyway, let's go up and check that. I'm gonna check back in one last time with I don't know why I can't think of her name. Not Harriet. Maggie. And we'll see if maybe she'll let me do another bootlegger mission. Some time has passed. I don't think enough time has passed, but some time has passed. And even if not, I'm just going to go ahead and start the next round. I'll show you guys exactly what I was talking about in terms of how to set up that berry cobbler. And we'll enter. Once you get to be a little more advanced and you no longer care too much about the price of the mash, I recommend always coming right back here after a delivery and starting a new round of mash, because it takes 48 minutes for the strong moonshine to be ready. Let's see, what's she doing? Oh, nice, got another one. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm told our competitors have been running their mouths again, saying our shine's under par now Danny Lee ain't cooking with me no more. So why don't you track down one of their operations and add a little something extra to their batch? See who's under par then. Failing that, just destroy the lot of it.
Alright, so there you saw. All I did was run around for a little bit, and I was able to then click accept bootlegger again. So again, there's a cooldown. I don't know what it is. 5-10 minutes maybe. And then I was able to accept this now. So this is going to be, I'm sure you heard her talk, but we're destroying, well, technically we're trying to poison a rival Moonshine gang's Moonshine batch so that their product is inferior to ours. And I guess in theory that makes people more likely to come to us. The key piece there was at the end. She said, failing that, meaning if you fail to sneak in and poison it, Emerald Wolf over there. If you fail to sneak in and poison the Moonshine, then just destroy it. So I don't even waste my time with that, trying to poison it. I mean, if you want, feel free to have fun. It's a little bit like Assassin's Creed, right? Sneak in and assassinate somebody, and then get out. If you can do it under Cloak of Darkness, more power to you. But in this case, you know, in the interest of time, I prefer just to go in guns blazing and take these guys out. Now this is kind of a haul. You might, when you accept this one, and it's kind of a pain. I wish they would let you know what you're accepting first, because some of these are kind of lame. Like I probably wouldn't have accepted this one if I was given the option. But by the time you've already accepted it, then you find out what you're doing. But yeah, this one's kind of a haul. It's up at Willard's Rest. Basically what we're going to be doing, you'll see when I get there, is I'm just going to go in guns blazing. You kill everybody, kill all the rivals, rival Moonshiners, and then destroy the still, which is, you know, either dynamite or you can shoot it a bunch of times. I tend to use dynamite just because it's easier. It's one shot. Sometimes you got to shoot it like 5 or 6 times. It gets to be kind of a pain. But as you're starting to engage with the rival Moonshiners, revenue agents will show up as well. So just, you know, make sure you're ready for that. The rival Moonshiners will probably go down with 1 shot to the chest. The revenue agents most likely will not. They'll take at least a couple shots to the chest. So obviously, as always, try for headshots, but just know if you shoot a revenue agent and it's not a headshot, he'll probably just go down and he won't die right away. So be ready for that. A lot of stuff happening here. Got a snake earlier. Legendary Emerald Wolf. Now I got something chasing after me. I don't know if it's a bear or a cougar. 2 of them. Which is hilarious, because if I was out here looking for a cougar, I probably wouldn't be able to find one. But I'm not really even out here. I wish the game were smart enough to know, okay, this guy's on mission, let's leave him alone with all this other stuff. Like, Emerald Wolf, really? I'd love to go get the Emerald Wolf, but not as I'm in the middle of doing this mission. Alright, so we'll go ahead, pop that. Like I said before, guys, if you don't have tonics, or if you don't want to use the tonics because they're expensive, don't feel like you have to. Just know that you may get killed a couple times doing these types of things. Maybe not. Maybe you're a great player and you won't get killed at all. But for the beginners out there, tonics are a great way. Kind of make sure you level the playing field when it's 1 on 1,000. Let's see, I got my gun ready. Go around the corner here on the top of the hill. Kind of standing by the well. There'll be a guy. Yeah, there he is. And just shoot any one of them to get it started. One of these guys will come at you with a machete, so make sure you put that guy down as quickly as possible. That guy, there he is. Don't let him even get close to you, because that's a 1 shot, 1 kill thing. 1 hack, 1 kill. Sometimes there's a guy on a roof. Yeah, see, that's a revenue agent. I only got him one time in the chest. There you go. Headshot. Put them down. Again, I've got the ability card that makes me better defense if I'm on the horse. Better protected. So I'll take care of that. Or I'll just stay on the horse. Occasionally you'll see me hop off my horse, but I like to stay as protected as possible. Some of these guys get stuck on this hill up here, so you gotta give them a minute. One time I actually had to go up there and go after a guy, which is fine. There's someone over here. Where is he? I see the... Oh, there we go. You let me know where he was. And we'll just do this. Easy toss. The thing I don't like about the fact that this guy's way over here is once I leave this area, I'm going to lose all this loot. Which might include some antique alcohol bottles. So some of them sometimes actually have other collectibles too, like cards and whatnot. Where is this guy? Alright, is that it? Did I already lose again? I don't know. Go over here real quick. I got 5 minutes. Just under 5 minutes to get this last person. So I'll take some time and loot here. Even though I'm not, you know, technically I did what I was supposed to do. I destroyed the Moonshine still. But the mission's not over until you kill the last remaining enemy. This guy's up against here. It's the first guy I killed. And a couple more by the porch here. I'll probably just go after this last guy without my horse. If I can even get up there, let's see. Yeah, so sometimes they have, you saw that current. It's a moonshine ingredient. Oh, where is he? He's gonna get me if I'm not careful. How about this tree? He's up there somewhere. It's like out of bounds. See? So maybe he'll come after me. This gets to be a little tricky. I had this one the other day. It gets to be a little tricky. I was able to shoot him though the other day. I just gotta see where he's at. Oh, there, I saw the bullet. Yeah, see, this is... Yeah, see, I'm getting hammered here. Back behind that tree. He's up. There he is. Got him. Boom. Oh, we got another guy coming. That's weird. Like, triggered another guy after the fact. Where is he? I won't sit still for too long. Oh, there he is. Oh, another one. That should be it. There we go. Rival still destroyed. Mash ingredients reduced. 300 XP just for doing that. So, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna check these revenue agents real quick. Try to show you guys an example of how they carry antique alcohol on them. I'm also carrying a lot of antique alcohol myself, so it's possible that it's just a matter of me having too many items. Alright, so now we'll go back. To the Moonshine shack again. There's a moose right there. Keep an eye out for that. If you're looking for blood samples for Harriet or for pelts for Crips, carcass, pelts, whatever. Let's see if it'll let me do this. It probably won't. Oh no, it will. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's fast travel. back to the Moonshine Shack. Yeah, so that's a good area for moose. Obviously unrelated to the topic of Moonshiners, which we're focusing on today, but that little area, there's almost always a moose there. Either right where we saw it, or on the other side of those train tracks where I actually put the wilderness camp down. Alright, let's go see Marcel.
Bonjour, patron.
And it should be $10 now.
So, what shall we create?
Oh, it's 20. Now see, this is interesting to me. I don't understand why it was 20. Oh, maybe because I did 2 different locations in that first one. So yeah, so like I said, it is usually either 3 or 4. But I'm going to go ahead, we're going to start this. So I'm going to go ahead and start this strong moonshine.
Ça marche. We should profit from this.
Yep, so he's not too excited about the price, but more excited than he would have been. So here's the flavors I was talking about. Evergreen moonshine, you can go ahead and do that one too, that's not a bad one. I think their buyers are a little less likely to be available than if you do berry mint or berry cobbler. But you can see evergreen huckleberry, wintergreen berry, and ginseng. Some of those can be hard to come by. Evergreen's not too bad. Wintergreen can be difficult. Berry mint, you've got the blackberry. I think raspberry is easier to find than blackberry. So that's why I do berry cobbler. I mentioned the spiced island. If you're going to use that one, just a couple things. First and foremost, you can see Caribbean rum. Quiet, Marcel, I'm talking. The Caribbean rum is an antique alcohol, so just be aware that if you use that one, you're using one of your collectibles that you could turn in for money. So that's, and also that it's, so that was one thing. The other thing is, like I mentioned earlier, the Spice Island buyer may not be available right away, so you may have to wait or sell it to the person who buys all the flavors, Bert Higgins,
I am yours,
for reduced profit. So here's the berry cobbler. I'm going to go ahead and do that one. Poison poppy, same thing. Absinthe is a collectible. And then appleberry crumb, I feel like that one's not too bad. Tropical punch also. You know, I just kind of, like I said, I got in the habit of doing the berry cobbler because I know those 3 items are really easy to come by. And also the
this will be a little
buyer is almost always available.
Yes? Go
so
on,
now,
give me a challenge.
So now we wait. We can hang out here, or we can go do other stuff. What I usually do, what I would recommend you do at this point, is go and find some collectibles. If you've got the Madame Nazar collector roll, it's a great way to make additional money.
We have some fresh customers.
But the other thing you can do too is if you're looking to do some dailies, you know, you can go and do that at this point. I need to feed my guy, he's hungry. I saw that before. And I think that's actually what I'm going to do right now. We'll take some time to go do some dailies. I already did a bunch of them this morning. I was on early. But I know I left a few behind. So like 4 coyotes skinned, I can do that. I don't even know what that is. Hideouts, yeah, I could do that, but you're probably not going to find any hideouts. Usually on days when hideouts is in the challenge list, the hideouts are hard to come by. But let's go do some coyote skinning. We'll start there. We'll check in with Crips maybe after we skin these coyotes. I think it's nighttime too. Yeah, perfect. So we should go find some coyotes fairly quickly. Not that we're in a rush. We got 48 minutes to kill. But you get the idea. So at that point, after the 48 minutes is up, then all you're doing is coming back here and making your delivery. Only advice I would give there, and you've probably seen me do it hundreds of times on this channel if you've watched before, just take your time. There's no real reason to rush until the revenue agent starts shooting at you. I did one delivery to Butcher Creek one time where I did not even push the X button. I just did up on the left joystick, and I got there with like 3 minutes to spare. So there's really no reason to rush unless revenue agents are chasing you, or if you're doing it for a daily challenge to try and stay over 5 minutes, which I think was one of the challenges today. But either way, just take your time with it, and you should be able to make quite a bit of profit from each one of these. You know, right there I just did it for 20 bucks. Those are the ingredients of the mash. When I sell it, it's going to be like $2.26, so it's $200 profit right there. I could have done another bootlegger and got it down to 10, but you know, you get the idea. There's some coyotes. Unless those are turkeys. Oh, those are turkeys. Wow, it's an entire group of turkeys. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's turning from night to day here, so I might not be able to find coyotes as easily as I thought I was going to. That's okay. We'll find something else. Let's go check in on Crips. See where I'm at with the trader stuff. But really, at this point, you know, you're waiting 48 minutes, or if you're just starting out, maybe 24 minutes. Find something else to do. You know, it doesn't have to be related to trader role or collector role, anything really. Early on, best way to make money and make gold is to just do something. You know, come over to this train station, do the train mission, train clerk mission. Do dailies, do, you know, go do a race, do a free roam event if it pops in that time. Pretty much whatever you want to do at that point, do it. While you're waiting for your mash, while you're waiting for your moonshine to be ready. So I'm just heading back to camp right now. Check and see what Crips is up to. I know I turned in a bunch of stuff earlier. In fact, I think I have a legendary elk to turn in, so we'll check on that. If you guys are interested, we'll get more into trader stuff tomorrow as part of Trader Tuesday. But I just want to check on this right now. Actually, didn't see any tonics come through, so I'm going to do this real quick. Tonics are on sale this week, so highly recommend stocking up. And I've got enough money at this point where I'm going to just buy the max carried. I said it was $7. That's regular price. This week it's $4.90, so actually didn't cost myself too much money by using those while I was fighting those revenue agents in that first bootlegger mission. I'm just waiting for the notification to go away. There we go. Go ahead and grab these guys. 27, nice. Yeah, just a quick tip there too. If you order something from the catalog, you can pick it up. Yeah, see, this is perfect timing for that to pop. You can always pick stuff up from the train station. I tend not to do that unless it's like a treasure map or something, because you get credit for taking items from your delivery box. So rather than going to a general store, which is something I did early on, I didn't know any better. Rather than going to a general store and purchasing your tonics, get them out of the catalog and then take them out of your delivery box at camp, and you'll get awarded with XP and then ultimately gold under, I think it's under trade. Yeah, see right here. So I must have only had 47, and then I picked up those 27 potent miracle tonics. But yeah, you can see I've reset this 3 times already. It's like 4/10 of a bar of gold every time, 0.4 gold every time that you reset one of those awards. So definitely take a look at that. That's another helpful tip for people just starting out. What was I going to do? Oh, I wanted to go look at duck eggs. So here's another thing too this week that I've been doing. That's not what I wanted to do. One second, guys. Collectors. So we got this hunter's collection. Slate arrowhead and duck eggs. And then this is perfect squirrel carcass, which I don't have right now, but that's easy enough to get, right? You just hunt a squirrel with your bow. Let me see. and small game arrows. So I'll show you a few things there too. All of this is in the interest of helping beginners with new money and new XP. So I showed before slate arrowhead and duck eggs. If we go here, under your collections, you can see my eggs. I've got one more duck egg left. I wanted to keep that, but I can go get more duck eggs right now. And then I'll have 6. As far as arrowheads go, I know I had at one time a bunch of those slate arrowheads. Hopefully I still have a bunch more. Yeah, 5. So I can turn in 4. So let's go try and find duck eggs and also 4 squirrels. And we'll get quite a good amount of XP and dollars. I'm gonna do this. Going back to the area we were just at, but that's where the duck eggs are. And actually there's some squirrels up here too. Sorry for the train. So up here at O'Crea's Run, there should be duck eggs today. Let's see if we can get those first. So again, if you're just starting out as a Moonshiner, you're going to have a lot of time to kill in between these mash ingredients being ready. Definitely recommend having one of the other rolls so you can do something else while you're at it. Doesn't matter which roll. But, you know, if you have a trader roll, maybe you can go do some hunting, turn in some... That's right, I forgot to turn that elk into crypts. But yeah, so if you have a trader roll, you can go do some hunting, turn some items into crypts. If you have bounty hunter, you can go do bounty hunting stuff. Pretty much, again, do whatever you want during this time. This is what I call free time. It's to do whatever you want. There's another moose over there, by the way, another moose location. If you're looking for blood sample for moose, or if you just want a pelt. And here's the duck eggs. But across the lake there, you can see a big old moose. Bull moose at that. Alright, so we just added 5 duck eggs. You can see the collector notification popped over there. So I now have 6 duck eggs and 5 arrowheads. I want to hold on to one of the arrowheads just in case I get that full set. But that means we need 4 perfect squirrels. So we're going to shift gears here. I'm actually gonna... He's putting his gun away. He must have known I was coming. So you can see different types of arrows with the bow. We're gonna leave it on small game. If you don't have small game arrows, you can craft them using your regular arrows and flight feathers. If you have the collector roll, you can buy flight feathers right from Madame Nazar. Otherwise, just shoot any flying bird. You'll get whatever the feather is for that bird. Like if you shoot a duck, you get a duck feather and then also flight feathers. So any bird capable of flight will yield you flight feathers. Craft those at either your camp or your wilderness camp. Or again, purchase them right from Madame Nazar. And you can get small game arrows, which this is the type of ammo you'll need in order to successfully hunt perfect squirrels. So first you gotta find a squirrel, and then you gotta shoot it with the arrow. But if you don't have the small game arrows, it's gonna be really difficult. Impossible, I would think, to get a perfect squirrel. And that's what we need, a perfect squirrel. So this area up here by my Moonshine Shack is one area where there's a lot of squirrels. I also like The area in between Valentine and Strawberry. I'll show you on the map. The area by the covered bridge. Right here. Dakota River. Right? So here's Valentine. Come down here. Cross the covered bridge. Right along this area here. There's usually a bunch of squirrels. But squirrels, actually, any forested area that you're looking at, you know, they're usually hanging out there. Just gotta listen to her little chitter-chatter noise. They make a distinct noise, squirrels do. That's a bird. California quail. Here we go. What are these? Oh, those are quail too. Let's head back up. Badger, perfect quality, but not what we're looking for. I heard a noise. I thought I heard a squirrel over here. The other day I found so many over here. It's so funny. Now I'm trying to do it for the live stream and I can't find them. Might be a couple up here. There's something. A horse. Yeah. Deer. Alright. I know they're up here. It's just a matter of finding them. Then the trick is going to be making sure it's a perfect quality pelt. But yeah, you can find squirrels pretty much anywhere, forested areas. I love that spot over by, I just showed you on the map there, by Valentine and Strawberry. That's actually where I do, in single player, there's a challenge to kill 9 small game arrows in a row. That's where I've done that challenge a bunch. Don't bother with birds if you're trying to do that challenge. In story and single player, don't mess with those birds. Go right over there, get those squirrels. There's actually a toad that pops every once in a while. You get him easily enough. I keep hearing squirrels, and then I can't find them. There's that legendary wolf again. Oh, there's one. Oh, it's perfect quality. Got him. And I got my arrow back. Sweet. So I should get notification. There you go. Weekly set complete. I want to try and find 3 more. We've got time to kill, right? We're waiting for the, actually, I should go get that legendary wolf. Nah, let's just do squirrels. Legendary squirrel would be nice to add to the trader collection stuff I got going right now. But the squirrels, if I can find 3 more of them, I think it's like 1,500 points XP for Madame Nazar's collection. So if we get 4, that's 6,000 XP right there. I mean, that is, again, if you're new to starting out, 6,000 XP is like several levels. For me, it's like a dent in a 20,000 XP level, but still pretty cool. I'll just hunting a few squirrels, taking some time and hunting a few squirrels while we're waiting for our moonshine batch anyway, right? And I realize that's, you know, that's one thing I would tell new players. It's a grind, right? It is a grind. This may seem boring to you, but if you really want to level up, this is the kind of stuff you got to do. I'm actually going down. I know there's some down this way. Oh, look at that. Moonshiner. That's what I was talking about. So when you see that pop on the map, if you're new starting out moonshine stuff, bottom left-hand corner, you can see the smoke right above my guy's top hat. That's what you want to do. I'm not going to do it right now, but if you're just starting out and you can find those on the map, you're going to be off and running. 300 XP just for doing it. It lowers the mash price. There's really, you know, again, I was going to say there's really no reason not to do it unless you're like me and you have done a million of them. But if you're just starting out and you haven't done that many of them, do them every time you see them. Just checking a few other areas where I know there's squirrels. Again, they're pretty much everywhere, but they tend to spawn in twos. This is the Beaver Hollow camp from single player. Caves behind me. This road up here. Either to the left or the right. Sometimes they'll pop. This isn't really where I want to go, but it gets me to where I wanted to go without activating that Moonshiner deal. Might get ambushed in here. Sometimes there's an ambush that triggers in this area. I'm actually heading down to... There's a river crossing up here. Find them in here sometimes. Oh, I heard one. Oh no, that was a muskrat. Very similar noise though. I don't know if you guys heard that noise, but if you heard it, that's what we're listening for. Might be some cougars up this way. Keep an eye out for those. Either for trading purposes or just to make sure you don't get attacked. I'm actually seeing there's a collectible over here. Let's go check that out. Card. Back towards the river. Oh, what's that? There's one. Heard that chick, 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 chick. That's it. Oh, there we go. Perfect quality. Another one. Yeah, that little chick, 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 chick. That's what you're listening for. If you got Eagle Eye activated, they're easy to spot. They have like a little bouncy run type thing that they do. So that's two. Oh, got my arrow back again. Nice. Let's go over here. Gunshots in the area aren't gonna help. Most animals are gonna run off with that. But let's keep looking. Looking for two more. I think it's also like 50 bucks. So you're looking at, if you turn in all four of these, you're looking at 200 bucks and 6,000 XP. Sometimes they'll be up here. Kind of near this house. Shack. What's that? Rabbit? Yeah, it's a rabbit. Yeah, those gunshots are, I mean, it's a silly little campsite defense thing. If I weren't doing anything else, I'd probably go do that. Kind of in the middle of something. And I know there's squirrels, if not at the top of this ridge, They'll be on the other side where all the cut down trees are as you're heading towards Annisburg. Again, just keeping ears out for chicks and eyes peeled for little bouncy guys. Still hearing those gunshots. All the way over there. What's that? Rabbit. Another good spot for squirrels I just thought of, it's too bad because it's getting dark, because once the sun goes down, the squirrels go away too, and they become other critters. But, not really, but other critters spawn where squirrels would spawn. Another good spot is, we looked at this area last week when we were talking about skunks, is this area. So at night, there'll be skunks, badgers, possums, and then during the daytime there'll be squirrels. So that's a good little spot. Oh, now it's raining. Might be less likely to find animals in the rain. We'll see. We'll keep trying until the sun goes down. We'll head over and turn in the ones that we do have. Another quick tip for you guys. I mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. Don't turn collectible sets into Madame Nazar. If you've got like overages and you want to turn in individual items to her directly, that's the way to do it. The sets you should always do through the train stations, through the mail. There's a little bit of a glitch with her, and I experienced it myself. I had heard about it, and I experienced it myself with the family heirloom set. She only takes, you try to turn in the whole set, but she only takes one item, and then now you're left with a 95% completed set. You gotta go look for the next item again. In cases of the heirlooms, that's tough because they only spawn, they're not randomized, so you're waiting until the cycle changes. I doubt we're gonna find any more squirrels now that it's raining. Oh, as I said that, I heard something. Over this way, where is it? Oh, it's a muskrat. Go figure. Alright. Let's head over to Emerald Station. I'll go slow just in case there are any squirrels still out and about. But with this rain and with it being this late in the day, I doubt they're going to be out. So you've got animals that are out specifically in the daytime, animals that are out specifically during the nighttime, and then animals that kind of do both, like deer. Snakes, that's a good example. That snake just showed up. But yeah, like deer and elk and such, they're available day or night. I heard one to my left. Where is he? There he is. Right? Oh no, it's a snake. I know I heard a squirrel noise though. What's that? Oh, it's a chipmunk. Okay, yep. Chipmunks and squirrels sound very similar. Obviously, for this challenge, we're looking for, or for this collectible set, we're looking for specifically for squirrels. I want to see. Yeah, so I'm at 12,000. So the two we've got should get us to 15,000. Which is too bad. I actually was really hoping to find more. I think I just heard one. There he goes. That's the perfect one. There we go. I stand corrected on them not being out this late. They won't be out much longer though. If you're not so good with a bow, maybe try Deadeye. That'd be a nice. It's a nice little tip. They're a lot easier to hit if they're not moving. So if you're not on your horse, you may be able to sneak up on them on foot. A few things you could try there. But definitely need a bow. You definitely need to use small game arrows. You don't necessarily have to have the improved bow, but I think it helps a little bit. But you know, all these are things that cost money. So again, you kind of get caught in the conundrum of gotta have money to make money kind of thing. You know, I think a lot of times people rush in and try to buy like the best guns that they can possibly buy. I don't recommend that. I think one gun that you know you like. You know, for me it was the Evans repeater. I use that a lot towards the end of story mode. Volcanic pistols too, I like those. But definitely get yourself a bow and a varmint rifle. Those are the two things that you need in order to get perfect kills on animals. The varmint rifle's really good for like a raccoon right there. That perfect raccoon. If I shoot that with a rifle, it's not gonna be perfect anymore. Same thing with rabbits. Those animals are really meant to be killed with varmint rifle in order to keep the quality that they're at. If you don't care about quality, then that's fine, but it can be helpful. Particularly when it comes to the trader role, and we'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. You're going to want perfect animals for that. It's going to help you go faster in terms of the amount of animals that you need. If I could get just one more squirrel, that would be great. Guess we still got some time. Squirrels, like real life squirrels, are most active at dusk and dawn. I think that's kind of cool. They must have consulted with some kind of, you know, someone who's very involved in nature. I'll head up back to that first area, see if we find one. There's another rabbit. If the rabbits are still out, then maybe the squirrels are still out too. And then actually, we got the coyotes that we can go look for too. Now that it's getting to be nighttime again, we should be able to find some coyotes. That sounds more like a rabbit or a raccoon than a squirrel. Let's go down to the station. Turn in the two that we got, or three. We got the third one, I think. It's the three that we got. 4,500 XP, 150 bucks. So yeah, it's not all about purchasing the, you know, most powerful weapon. It's about having the right weapon for the right situation. And, you know, something like the varmint rifle, it's not glamorous, right? You're not really going to kill anybody with a varmint rifle, although it can be fun to shoot the sedative ammo at NPCs. But you're not really going to kill anybody easily with a varmint rifle. But you can certainly kill rabbits, raccoons, and possums with a varmint rifle, and if you do it with the right ammo, if your gun is clean, then you're looking at turning a profit on hunting. So definitely recommend
what would
that.
You like to send?
So yeah, I've got 3 of these, $50.
You can count on delivery.
Oh, it's 1,000 XP. Okay, so I wouldn't have gotten 6,000 anyway.
We'll
but
get
still.
it sent out. Lickety split.
Oh yeah, and that's another little glitch too. Sometimes you gotta get off of that and then try it again. So I hit the X button there. He responded to it, but it didn't actually take the set out of my inventory. I got an extra 100 there, probably because it's multiples of the Madame Nazar. So let's see. Yeah, I turned in 5.
Thank you kindly.
So that's another thing. Multiples. You do, I think, 20 of those, and you can reset that for some gold and earn XP all along the way. So there you go, from 12,000 to 15,000 XP, just for taking the time out to hunt 3 squirrels. Now, granted, I already had the duck eggs. I had 1 duck egg. I went and got the rest of them. I already had the arrowheads. But that's just something that there's a coyote right there. That's just something like I think is pretty easy. What are his buddies? Loner? No, he's got some friends up there. Alright. Go ahead and skin these guys. And then we'll look for 2 more. But yeah, that, I mean, you know, the Madame Nazar collectible challenge, that's not always easy, but sometimes if you get the right ones, I mean, that's probably my 10th one I did this week. There's one. Keeping the pelt to give to Crips. You can sell it to Gus too. You don't have to give it to Crips. Coyote pelt's not really that great of a item to turn into Crips, but as he says himself, every little bit helps. So if I can find 2 more of these guys, we'll take care of that daily challenge. Turn in these pelts, and also turn in that elk pelt that I forgot to do earlier, and then we should be getting close to that moonshine being ready, which is what we're really focusing on today, since it is Moonshiner Monday. Let's see if we can find some more coyotes. I know there's some up the tracks a little bit where we just were looking for squirrels. There's a rabbit. This little spot I'm going to show you guys is really good if you're looking for a fox or some deer. I feel like it might be a coyote right now because it's nighttime, but during the daytime, it's almost always a fox. It's right near that, not this telephone pole, but the next one. See? Fox. That's not what we're here for, though. Deer over here. We are in search of coyotes. What's that? Might not be late enough at night yet. There's lots of fox over here, so I would say 90% of the time you find an area that spawns a lot of fox during the daytime. At nighttime, that will also spawn coyotes. It's not a guarantee, but almost always. Because there's occasionally if there's still a fox out at night, but I feel like every time that I'm looking for a fox at night, it ends up being a coyote. Of course, now I'm looking for coyotes and it's a fox. No worries, we can find coyotes almost anywhere. So depending on what happens, I might save this turning in of my pelts until later. Another fox. What is going on? Oops. Oh, is that a squirrel? Oh my gosh, there is squirrels out at night. This is crazy. Switch back over to that. Right, we still need one more. That's not a perfect one, though. That's not going to work. There was a perfect one somewhere, though. Where did he go? Did I run him over? And now he's not perfect? He's over here. There he goes. Stay still, little guy. Boom. Crazy. Can't believe I found a squirrel at 11 o'clock at night. Another weekly set. Let's go back down to the station. Yeah, if you guys can find those slate arrowheads, the duck eggs are easy. Hold on, coyote, fox. The duck eggs are pretty easy. They've been at O'Crea's run, I think like 3 times this week.
Well, hello again.
Hello again.
I'll take anything you got for me.
Oh, take another hunter's collection. Thank you. So again, you can see, I mean, depending on your strategy,
Come again.
it's 4,000 XP just in the last hour and 15 minutes. Well, plus, right? I mean, we did some XP with the bootleg missions. So, you know, if you only have like an hour or two to dedicate every day, you can still do some damage as far as XP goes and leveling up. I mean, I remember, you know, when I first started out, I was leveling up like 2 or 3 levels a day. Sometimes one day on like a Saturday, I leveled up like 5 levels. And I guess it'll be a little harder as you get. The higher you go, the harder it gets. But still, I think I started today with nothing, or just over. Actually, I might have even leveled up today. So it can be done. Is it a coyote or a fox? That's kind of driving me a little nuts, actually, if I'm honest. Let's see. Let's go over here a little more. That's a possum. Another one. Yeah. Ooh, 3-star possum. Nice. We'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, too, for Trader Tuesday, but this is like my favorite little hunting grounds right here. You got deer, pronghorn, buck, rabbit, possum at night like you just saw, raccoons. Excuse me. Take a sip of water. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. Yeah, it's a really good little hunting ground area. My favorite, to be honest. Coyotes, which is what we're looking for right now. What's this? There's all kinds of stuff making noises. Badger. This is my hunting ground for deer and buck. A little bit of a sneeze there. I don't know if you guys heard that. If you did, apologize. Still looking for coyote. There's so many fox right now. I'm surprised. You know what? I got an idea. I know where there might be some coyote. Occasionally down in here, we'll find some. Lots of pronghorn. Boar, there's one here. Muskrat. A lot of times there's like birds in the water here, geese. I'm I'm shocked about this coyote situation. I thought for sure we'd have this done already. What's up here? Deer. Nice. More deer. Huh. Alright. I'm shocked at the number of fox and the lack of coyote. That's those coyotes. Oh, it's another fox. Wow. There are like 100 fox. And no coyotes. That sounded like a coyote. Oh yeah, there he is. What's up, buddy? Too easy. After all that. Wait. Did he survive that? I was gonna say, no way. I shot him right in the throat. Mercy kill. Alright. One more. And then we'll go check on the status of the Moonshine. So for the delivery portion of it, I don't know if this is true at every Moonshine shack, but at this one, there are 8 different locations. 4 of them go east of the shack. That's Butcher Creek, Van Horn Fence, and Van Horn Saloon, along with there's a shack up in Annisburg, not too far from Dover Hill. Those are the 4 locations to the east of the Moonshine Shack. And then to the west, there's the Emerald Ranch Fence, the homestead, 2 homesteads, and then a barn at Carmody Dell. So when you're doing those, you know, just keep in mind some of them are really close, like the Emerald Ranch Fence takes all of 30 seconds. Maybe not quite 30 seconds, it feels like 30 seconds. And then other ones are more long distance deliveries, like that shack up at Willard's Rest. It might take you at least 5 minutes to get up there, not more. And all of it depends on whether or not you get stopped by the revenue agents. As far as strategies for that go, I don't know that there is one. I think it's just totally random. Sometimes they let you go right through. Sometimes they stop you for like a minute or 2. Sometimes they stop you for a little longer than that. But either way, it's randomized whether they stop you or not. And then it's also randomized whether or not they shoot at you. There's a 150, plus 150 XP. That's how I know my Moonshine is done. Occasionally you'll get a notification on the left-hand side, which also says Moonshine is ready. But more or less recently I've noticed that that doesn't happen. So I've been relying on... I set a timer sometimes. If if I'm really busy with collectibles and stuff like that, I'll set a timer so I know, okay, it's been 48 minutes. Time to go check on the Moonshine. Thinking I'm gonna go do that now. We'll leave this stuff on the horse. But I kind of want to go bring this to Crips first. Another good reason why it's a good idea to set a timer, you get more of a sense of how much time you have left to go do stuff. It's a raccoon. That's a deer. Let's go down to Crips real quick. I'll turn these 3 in. Maybe we'll find one more coyote on the way. I'm really disappointed at the lack of coyotes in this area at this time of day, night. And the fact that there's been more fox than anything else. Extremely frustrating. Yeah, see, it's still a fox. Super frustrating. Wow. I feel like a broken record, but I'm shocked. This one? No, it's a deer. I guarantee you tomorrow, if I come in this area, or even later, after the live stream's over probably. No, probably tomorrow. Once the challenge is reset. I feel like there'll be more coyotes than fox. Like, there's 2 right there. There's 1. There's another one. Insanity. Okay, Crips. Excuse me. Let's turn these guys in. Where's my butcher table? It's over there.
Gonna be out of supplies before too
That's
long.
legendary elk antler.
That's top notch.
Poor squirrel carcass. I don't even remember grabbing that.
Yeah, anything's better than nothing.
Maybe I ran it over. I don't know. But the elk itself is actually on my hunting wagon.
I suppose this will do.
Again, we'll get into all that stuff tomorrow. Trader Tuesday. Might not even let me get this thing. Not in a really good location for... There's no road access. Let's try this again. More fox. Wow. I feel like I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now. Tsushima, however you say it. I probably don't say it the right way. There it goes. Where is it? Oh. Wolves over there? Boar. What's that? Oh, coyote. Oh, come on. There we go. Sounds like wolves, too. I think those wolves were messing with the horses from my hunting wagon. Getting closer. Where are they? Chasing that guy. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Right, so there's the fourth. Got the gold for the challenge. Throw this in the wagon with the rest of the stuff, which might only be the elk. Let's see. Yeah. Elk pelt, poor coyote pelt. And then we'll head back to camp. Make sure I don't... Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, I'm not going that way though. I'm gonna go right for the marker. And hope that I don't drive off the cliff. Or get stuck in the trees. It's funny, I actually set my camp over here because I wanted to be in Big Valley. That's where Madame Lazar is today. And I have been talking about it a lot on other videos about how I used to camp there. It gives you a good fast travel spot. Well, this is, to me, this isn't Big Valley. It's part of West Elizabeth for sure, but this camp is that I got, that the game gave me, is not Big Valley. At least not technically. Look at this. Driving off road in that wagon. Alright, here we go.
Well, look who it is.
I was just here 2 seconds ago, dude.
Supplies are starting to run low, just so you know.
Whoa, what a beauty.
Alright. We will dismiss the hunting wagon. Let me see what's left for challenges real quick. Yeah. I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever seen that event. We talked about the hideouts. And this is player versus player stuff, so I think we're good on challenges for today. I mean, maybe I'll do that hideout thing later, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So let's go back to the shack. So I like to do my moonshine deliveries either at night or in the middle of the day, and you can see why. So look at this. I mean, it looks so cool. It's real, right? It's very real. But that glare from the sun makes it really hard to see where the roads are. I'm going to go ahead and do it now, but this is not something that I recommend until you've got a few of these under your belt and get familiar with the pathways. You know, again, I have a theory that when you do them at night, the revenue agents tend to leave you alone a little more. I don't know why. I don't have any... There's no way to prove that, but it's just something, it's a feeling I get. So I tend to do my moonshine deliveries between 9 and, say, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. If you get to closer to 4 in the morning and you get a delivery going east into the sun, it can be quite a nightmare.
We have a batch ready to go.
If you do it at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, going west can be a nightmare. So either way, you can see now 20 of 20 is available. Sometimes you'll come here with the trader roll, which we'll talk about tomorrow. You can do deliveries. You don't have to have a full wagon. With the moonshine roll, you can't. You have to have a full wagon. So this has to say 20 of 20 before you can access this buyer screen. So you can see like what I was talking about before. So right now, Poison Poppy, Spice Island, and Wild Creek are all available. But that doesn't always happen. In the next hour and 19 minutes, this is going to reset, and these might not be here. So you're taking a chance anytime you do one of those special strong moonshines. Same thing with Agarita Sunrise. So we have Berry Cobbler. And actually, are you kidding me? Berry Cobbler's the one that's not available right now. Wow. Okay. So that's crazy. I spent so much time talking about how Berry Cobbler is usually the best one to do, and now it's not available. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my thousands of moonshine deliveries. But this is actually a good example because you can see now the price of the mash originally was 220 something. Actually, I'll look it up because it's the same one as the Evergreen. 226.87. 226.87 for Appleberry Crumb. Look at that. It's only 144. So to highlight that even further, 247 for Agarita and Wild Creek. But if you sell it to this guy for 144, you're losing $100. So the irony being, I spent all that time early on up front trying to do those bootleg missions.
Give me a challenge.
Trying to do those bootleg missions to bring the cost down, which I did, but now I'm losing it on the back end here, which I've never seen that happen before. So your options are take a hit on the price and do it for 144 right now, or wait 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 40 seconds, come back and do it later. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. I don't care about the money, but obviously that's a decision you'll have to make for yourself.
I wish to see. The stars have come together, and now we make our delivery. Je suis un peu nerveux, comme d'habitude. This is not merely trade for me. This is art. We cannot be sentimental, of course. We each have our job to do, and yours is a ruthless one. I know. But be careful. Drive well. S'il vous plaît, hein?
Alright. So at least it gave me one of these two homesteads. And actually, anything going this way is ideal right now, because I mentioned the sun earlier. We'll be going away from the sun, so that'll be good. Don't have to worry about the glare. And I'm kind of hoping that if they're already going to screw me over on the price with the 144 instead of the 227, maybe the revenue agents will let me go right through. We'll see. Oh, the train's in the way. That's great. Bad start there. Could drive across the tracks, but you're going to lose. Probably going to lose a little moonshine doing that. So, another tip: follow the road for as long as you can, or just know that if you drive off road, you're going to lose some of your moonshine. And if you're already losing money like we are on this deal with the 144 instead of the 227, definitely want to take it as easy as possible and try to get the full 2020 price. Because if you lose a bottle, it's like $50. At that point, then we're like down money. It can get really expensive to not drive carefully. Like I was saying earlier, just take your time. We're gonna hit a little bump here at the end of this bridge. We'll see what happens. It's already not gonna be a perfect delivery. You can see in the center, top center, the blue wheel. That's how much you've lost. You want to keep that circle completely full. If you get a little sliver out of it, like we got right now, that's not a big deal. But a big chunk comes out of it, and you're going to be losing bottles. 19, 18. I think the worst I ever did was a 17 out of 20 bottle run. And that's because I was getting harassed by players and NPCs, revenue agents. So, just take your time with it. This is going to be up the left up here. Where's this guy going? Going straight? Of course he is. I can see even this. I'll just wait for this guy to go. There's no real rush. Revenue agents aren't coming after me. No other players I can see in the area, so that's good. And I got more than 5 minutes. So even if this were a delivery where I was trying to get it to be, over 5 minutes, I've got it down pat. This is probably one of the easier deliveries that you do, provided the revenue agents and rival Moonshiners and other players aren't chasing after you. So we're going to get this here pretty quickly. Doesn't matter. There's no bonus for speed. Still just going to be the 144. And I think the 847 XP. Let's see. Let's see what the XP is. Yeah, 539. That's because I delivered it to this Burt Higgins guy instead of a preferred buyer. So again, lesson there. Got to see it play out live. You want to try to deliver it to a preferred buyer every time if you can. Obviously there, I couldn't unless I wanted to wait an hour and 20 minutes or whatever it is, which I didn't want to for the sake of the live stream. And also, it's not a huge deal, right? For me, it's $160,000. And I've got plenty of XP. You know, if you were just starting out there, 500 XP is great. So, if you're just starting out with Moonshine, that's what you want to do. Again, you don't have to do, and I'll show you this right now, you don't have to do the bootlegger missions at the beginning every time. Sometimes what will happen is, as you're making the mash, you will be out and about like I was, and you encounter a Moonshiner event. If you complete the event, then the next Moonshine batch is where the discount comes. It doesn't always happen. I know I've done bootlegger missions before at the very start of a Moonshine batch creation, and you don't always get credit for it, so just be aware of that. But here, see? Remember I mentioned raspberries all over the area before? Here's another one. So here I am, on my way back, and I can grab a raspberry for the next batch. Head back up to our shack. Once you get comfortable with it, you know, I highly recommend only doing the bootlegger missions when it's a daily challenge. And just buying that mash at full price, unless you have a coupon or something. It's not going to make that much of a difference. Like you saw there, I tried to save 30-40 bucks and it cost me because the buyer that I needed wasn't available. But I wanted to show that to you. That being said, if you did want to do that, you know, go and do another bootlegger mission, you just go right through that door, talk to Maggie, she'll give you a bootlegger mission to start bringing down the mash, but this is how I usually do it. I just go right back to Marcel.
We did a good deal on that batch, no?
No, not really, dude. We gave away like $80 worth of product there. So we'll go ahead and get started with a new round of mash. You can see again the mash price automatically goes back up to $50 unless you go and do some other bootlegger missions first. We'll go ahead and buy it for full price. I don't really care.
But it can be made to be cheaper, huh?
And then we'll do this. Actually, berry cobbler's not even an option to make right now. What is going on? This is so weird to me. We'll do this one.
This will be a little out of the ordinary, yes?
So if you're doing Moonshine on a day where there's a challenge, one thing you might see is to do special Moonshine, special strong Moonshine. That's what this is talking about. You see the 3 stars? This is a 1 star, this is a 2 star, this is a 3 star. So you're going to want to do one of these 3 stars. There's 4 of them available right now, which is crazy. And actually, I should have just done berry cobbler. Actually, I can switch it right now. You know what? We're going to do berry cobbler. I'm going to hope that...
Ne vous pressez pas surtout.
I don't know what he's all pissy about, but we're going to do berry cobbler and hope that the next time I do a Moonshine run will be an hour and 10 minutes from now, which it probably will. At least an hour and 10 minutes from now. So anyway, what I was starting to say is, if you have a challenge where you need to do a special Moonshine, you want to make sure it's one of these 3 stars, and then pray that you have the buyer available when it's time.
By the way, I see we have some fresh customers.
Again, here's your Moonshine bar. No one's in it right now. The band's over there. I'm sure if you've seen me play, do live streams before, you've seen me dance and play with the band. Well, that's pretty much it. I might have missed a few things, but wanted to show you at least that and get you started. I don't know why my guy's walking around. I didn't do anything. He just started moving on his own. And now he's not talking when I talk. What's going on, dude? What's your problem today? There he is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this Monday, July 5th edition of Red Dead Online live streams. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I am currently in the process of building this channel out. I'm doing daily live streams. Oh, there the people come. Look at that. So random. Ugh, this game is so buggy. Go over here for my final spiel. I do weekday live streams Monday through Friday. Today was Moonshiner Monday. Tomorrow we'll do some trading. We'll do some Tuesday Trader tomorrow. Trader Tuesday, rather. So if you want, if that's something that's interesting to you, go ahead, click that subscribe button, turn on notifications so that you get notified whenever I go live. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next one. Bye.